how has time really influenced you being successful in what you're currently doing?
You have to put in the work. You use your time wisely.
Time kind of goes with preparation. Before an opportunity comes, we need to prepare ourselves. Sometimes it's not the physical money, but sometimes it's an opportunity.
Someone might open a YouTube channel and within a month, the person will start making like 6 figures and above.
A world where information is readily available to us. Everything is like readily available to us. And sometimes we forget that we actually need to take our time and go through the process.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome you guys once again to another episode on the Success Mindset. You can call me Ken, and today I'm here with
Smith.
And Elijah.
Great. So today we are going to talk about a very cool aspect of success. Elijah, I know you own a farm in Ghana, right?
Yeah.
And Smith, I also know that you kind of have your own business that you're running. So we're going to talk about how has time really influenced you being successful in what you're currently doing. So we're going to start with Elijah and then move on.
Well, so let me start from the genesis.
Okay.
So we got the land during COVID time. People were just selling their stuff and I had some money stashed away. So I got the land for a cheaper price. And before I got it, it had like cocoa plantation on it. And then I started, employing people or hiring people to weed the place so that the cocoa can bear fruits and stuff. And then I think last year, my parents started planting like plantains and cassava on it. So yeah, so it's been great. I mean, we are still trying to figure things out, like putting things in place and stuff. And we are even in the process of trying to start like a poultry farm on it. So yeah. And talking about time, how time has influenced it. I mean, you can talk about the COVID era. Like, it helped me got the land for a very cheap price whilst there was cocoa plantation on it. And I think when we got it, the first time we sold we harvested the cocoa and the pods and then sold it, we made about kind of closer to $100, which, I mean, it's fair because no work had been done on it prior to we buying it. So we just, but right now we are seeing an increase of profit on it. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
It's cool.
I like the idea of going into farming also, but I'm not into farming yet.
You're planning on it?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm planning on it. I'm thinking about it. My brother is actually thinking about going into farming. I think time plays an important role when it comes to success. But then, you have to be prepared so that when the time comes, you can actually seize the opportunity to actualize the goal that you have in mind. With my business, I've been thinking about it since I was in.
What business is this?
Oh, so this is IT consulting.
So what do you do with IT consulting?
So basically, I hire people.
Okay.
In Ghana, I know some folks in Ghana, some of my friends in Ghana who are really good developers.
Okay.
And so I get the contract and then I source this out to them. I am managing everything. I architect how the solution should be. So I meet with the client. Mm-hmm. We talk about what they actually want to do. I design it and then I find either front-end developers, graphic designers, back-end developers, and I do the DevOps stuff with AWS. So you're
kind of creating jobs for them. So you own your company, but you don't currently have a physical building.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's all virtual. It's all remote. But time has played an important role because I have prepared. I told you I've had this in mind since I was at BYU Idaho.
Okay.
It was 2019 when I did my internship, and then I had this idea. I can actually have my own business and get people in Ghana to help support. And even though it's kind of difficult since I'm not there, but like with good communication, we get things done.
Okay.
So we have one client that we're working with right now. I'm developing some really cool application for users in Ghana. So I would say I've prepared myself. I have done a lot of like background work, and it all comes with time. And so if I had not prepared myself and the opportunity came, I couldn't have actually seized the opportunity. So like my friends told me, hey, we want to build this app. And I was like, I actually have a company. Do you want me to build for you? And then we talked about it, and then we started building. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, I really like that. And I like, the examples that you guys gave, and they kind of go together, right? Because thinking about the farm, you said you already had the money. Mm-hmm. And so when the chance came for you to buy the land, you could just buy it, right? Yeah. So you had prepared for an opportunity to come. And same with you. It's like you have that preparation, right? Yeah. So it's like time kind of goes with preparation, right? It's like before an opportunity comes, we need to prepare ourselves.
Yeah.
Right? It's like we generally do not know what's going to happen, but whether it be like scale, money, right? So it's like what we're currently using our time for now is kind of preparing us for something in the future. Like,
yeah, definitely. I would just give you one example. So we're in 2025, right? Okay, yeah,
we are in 2024.
I think he's in the future. So.
Yeah. So last year, because I was thinking about this in 2023. So my AWS certification was about to expire, and that would have expired in December.
Okay.
But I started preparing like for the exam in 2023, and I wrote the exam in 2024 December. Right. Just to give you one example, you have to be really prepared, and the things that you do with the time that you have right now influences. It pays dividends in the future. It influences everything.
So like making an investment.
Yeah, it's an investment. I was listening to this podcast about mindset, and they talked about how Michael Jordan became really successful. When we all hear the name Michael Jordan, we think of like, oh, he's tall, he's skilled, he has all that.
I think about the kicks.
Yeah, right. But he is actually someone who put in the work. He didn't make it to the first call up in college, and his mom told him to go and fix himself,
Okay.
So he started waking up at 6 a.m. to work hard, and that's just one example. If you think about all the good athletes like Messi, Ronaldo, if you see how Ronaldo works out, you'll be amazed. So like you have to put in the work, you use your time wisely, and then when the opportunity comes, you seize it.
Okay.
So just like we're talking about, we were prepared. I was prepared and stuff. So I'm an immigrant. I'm an immigrant, and this you might find a few advice in it.
You're an immigrant where? Because remember,
from Ghana, I'm an immigrant in this country, in the United States of America. So yeah, just to clarify. Now the thing is, when I came to school, I was taking care of myself, and while taking care of myself,
what were you doing to take care of yourself?
I mean, I got a job as a custodian. Okay. So I was a custodian.
What does that
so
entail?
You clean just like Mr. Happiness on Facebook. So, but mine was different. I wasn't cleaning like toilets or anything. I was just cleaning classroom, wiping and everything. Sometimes I see pizza and stuff. You have to clear all
Did you enjoy that?
I stopped eating pizza like a long time ago.
No, I mean, did you enjoy
yeah, I enjoyed it. I mean, I'm an early kind of like bird kind of person.
Okay.
So no matter the time I go to sleep, I'll wake up at 4 a.m. That's how I've been programmed.
Nice.
So, and my job start at 4 a.m. So I wake up at 4 a.m. But the thing is, I never knew that there was going to be snow during the time I came here. No one told me winter was coming. So I'll walk through the snow and my nose will be bleeding and stuff. And every money that I get, I divided them into 3. One for tuition, even though I was getting a scholarship, 1 for tuition, 1 for housing, and then 1 for food. And most of the time, I buy in bulk, and so I get some money left over, and those money that I get left over, goes back into savings, even though I still put some into savings. So when the time came during COVID, I had like multiple internships that had made me save a lot.
Okay.
So I bought a land without even, thinking twice. And that is because of a discipline I developed when I came here. I was like, I'm here alone. Yeah, I know people are around, but I'm here alone. Whatever my friends are buying or whatever, flashy stuff that people are buying, that is not for me. Yeah, it would be nice to have it, but at the back of my mind, like cars and stuff, they are not an investment to me. So whilst people were buying cars, people that I even came here with were buying cars, I was actually stashing my money because I know where I come from. I know there's nothing at home, and I'm like, this is not my country. If something happens and I have to return home, what am I going to lay on? So that's what I do. Like, make sure that don't follow the crowd. That's one thing I don't like. I don't follow the crowd. I save and then use it to buy something that will yield me, income in the future. So that's an advice to people. Yeah, it's not that when you come and you see that people are buying flashy things and then you buy them. I even used to walk to Walmart. Like, you see me on the roadside walking, like, I don't know, I discovered all the loopholes around Resbeck, and then I use them walk. Sometimes I have a good friend who gave me a bicycle, and then sometimes I use the bicycle, and then when I buy the stuff, just like we do in Ghana, you put the rubber bags close here, and then you put it here, and then you hold it, and then people were looking at me, but man, I wasn't shy. I knew what I was in for. I knew like where I want to get to, so that's what helped me.
Awesome. That's great. So you're using that time to prepare for what you currently have.
Yeah.
And I think it's a great advice, especially during this time, because, hey, you look around and there's so much going on out there. Like, you go on social media and there's a lot that you see, right? There's a lot of things that we want to get now, right? We like, I just wish I go out there and I see like $1 million. Hearing someone the other day talk about is like, who really thinks even they'll be able to see $1 million outside? Like, have you ever even seen $1 million before? Yeah. Like, even if you see it, will you be able to even recognize it? And that stuck with me. It's like, will you be able to recognize it? Right? Sometimes it's not the physical money, but sometimes it's an opportunity.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. If you see that opportunity, will you be able to recognize it?
Yeah.
Like, have you been able to put in the time to prepare to recognize it? Right?
Yeah.
So it's a great advice. Thank you.
Yeah, I think we live in a world where information is readily available to us. Everything is like readily available to us, and sometimes we forget that we actually need to take our time and go through the process. Sometimes we want things to happen right away. So like, we just started this podcast, right? It will be very unrealistic if we want to like have like 1 million followers right away.
You might never know. It could happen.
It could happen, but like we don't have to like have that kind of mindset. Like, hey, everything has to happen right now.
Yeah.
Like, everything takes time, and so you need to be okay with things taking time and you actually going through the process. That's what defines or redefines you. Like, not just like being wishy-washy and hoping that something will happen without you putting in the effort or going through the process.
The process, yeah.
This is how I see it. Like what you said, let's just picture success schedule just like our fingers. They are never the same. The same way our schedule in terms of success will never be the same.
In terms of success.
In terms of success, or like achieving that goal that you are really working towards. Someone might open a YouTube channel or start a business today, and within a month, the person will start making like 6 figures and above. There's someone who also start a business, same business or in a different niche, but it will take the person like years to, reach that goal. We just have to trust the process, just like he said, and then keep on putting the work. But what I've noticed is that sometimes when you are not getting those things, like, people tend to give up. And that's it. Like, I was watching, I do watch Beast games, Mr. Beast, his games and stuff. And time, there's one thing I realized in Beast games, that time and money plays like more. Not time and money alone. Time, money, discipline, and decision. Like there was a few people that were chosen to complete a task, and during those tasks, they were given kind of like a temptation. If you take that 1 million, they were presented with 1 million. If you take it, it means that your whole team that you are representing get evicted or whatever, like eliminated. Wow. But you take the 1 million and you still get to move on in the game. None of them took that money, and instead they decided to like make sure that their team, all of them, get to it. And I'm bringing this up just because I'm trying to let people know that time plays a very huge role when it comes to becoming successful. And during that time, you have to develop that kind of like discipline. Because if you are not disciplined, trust me, you won't do it. It's just like going to the gym. If you go to the gym once or twice, like so many people have goals like this year. And trust me, they are just going to fall off, in 2 months, 3 months, 6 months. Just a few of them will make it to the end and complete that goal. So that's how life is.
Yeah, I know we keep hearing time is money. Right?
Yeah, it is.
So any last advice from you guys for our audience before we wrap this up?
Yeah, time is money. I think, like we said from the beginning, what you do with your time right now influences so many things that will happen in the future. So if you, and success is not only about money or wealth, like your health is also very important. But it's like it carries you, like your body, your mind, they carry you to where you want to be. And so like if you take care of yourself, well, there are some things that we can't really control, like being sick out of nowhere. You can't control that. But like your chances of being successful is really tied to how healthy you are, both in mind and in body. And you need time to work on those things. Yeah, like I know you go to the gym very early in the morning so that you can work out and go to work. Not everyone will have that luxury. But like the little time that you get, you should utilize it to make sure that you're actually doing something that's pointing you in the direction that you want to go in the future. Like if you want to see yourself managing a business in the next 10 years, what you should be doing now is learning how to manage a business. Not like doing TikTok or like.
It's also a business.
It's also a business.
Yeah.
But like just scrolling on TikToks, how is that gonna make
maybe the person is finding inspiration trying
they can do like apate.
Maybe, but yeah, it's very important that we take the time to actually develop ourselves to get to where we want to be.
Okay. Yeah, thank you.
Well, yeah, time is money, and that's true. Like when I call home and I say, hey mom, I want this to be done for me, within 24 hours, you need to get that thing done for me. Because
you have the money.
No, I have the money.
Okay.
Anything can happen. And that's what I say. And sometimes when I say it, my mom will get mad and be like, don't say it. My life is not in my hands. I can die at any time. So when I tell you do this, you do it. And then that's it. Even if my life is in my hands, inflation is not in my hands. Maybe what I'm asking you to do is, let's say, $500. If you don't do it within that 24 hours, they will increase it. And it's even in Ghana, like everything just goes up. Like every second there's inflation. So if you don't really see time as money, then you're never going to make money. Like when I go to work, every second of my time counts. And I make sure that no matter the number of tickets that I get within that hours, like 9 to 5, whatever, given to me, I want to make sure that I do more than that. That way I leave an impression and make sure that, oh yeah, I even did more than the time that was given to me. Yeah. And sometimes I do hear people saying that you can't control time. That's a lie. You can control time. It's all in your hands. It is moving, but you can manipulate it, control it. let's say it takes 10 minutes to get to Salt Lake. There are other alternatives that will take you less than 10 minutes when you are driving. No, not flying.
Oh, okay.
But if you take the tracks, you will get there faster because there are no traffics on the road. You know, there is always another alternative to control and manipulate time. So that's it. I just hope that people will take their time very serious and develop that discipline to be time conscious. That way you can, shoot yourself in becoming successful.
Great. We'll definitely revisit this topic again. But before we do, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to hear your comments in the comment section about things that you've done to enable you to be successful with your time, like to use your time effectively, practices that you've put in place. You can also share that with us as well. This has been the Success Mindset. You can call me Ken. And then today I was on here with Smith and then
Elijah.